welcome back, or welcome to another Memento ASMR video. And I am back with another Ramble video. I haven't recorded a video in a long time, but I wanted to come in and just chat a little bit about how life's been and how the school year has been going, since we're coming up to about the halfway point in the spring semester at school. For those of you that don't know, I am a teacher. I have been teaching for the past 4 years, and that's part of the reason why I haven't really recorded many videos, just because finding the time to do this, as well as, lesson planning and grading and other responsibilities, as well as, managing my social life. But, I just wanted to come in and chat a little bit. I haven't really been playing too many video games as of late, but I have been since my winter break, so since December or so. I have been playing a few more games. I just recently finished the Silent Hill 2 remake. It was the first time I ever played Silent Hill 2. Never played the original on the PlayStation, and never played the remake up until recently. I was playing it on my PC, and it was a really fun experience. It was one of the first horror games that I've ever played, really. Well, I have played other games like Outlast, but I would say it's a different kind of horror, since you are, it's more like the psychological, I would say, especially with the audio being such a huge part of the game. But anyways, I recently finished that, and I also recently played Silent Hill F, which was very different from Silent Hill 2, but it was still pretty enjoyable. I would say I probably need to replay that one, since I was curious about the other endings, since there's multiple endings in that game. I wanted to see what other things there are to do, and a lot of the story kind of, it made sense, but also some stuff was kind of not really explained, and having watched some other videos about the other endings, a lot of the story made more sense, and it was just more fascinating. But yeah, I recently played that, and I recently started Gears of War. I've never played Gears of War. It was a game that originally released on the Xbox, and I had a PlayStation, really, so I never got to play it. I only just recently got to the second act, but it's okay so far. It's a shooter game, so it doesn't really have that much depth, I feel. But I've been told that it really picks up story-wise in the second and third game. But much, but I do plan on replaying Resident Evil 4 Remake soon, since I just recently got it for my PC. Last time I played it was on my PS5, but I wanted to play the DLC that I never got to. But yeah, in terms of school, we're about to get another break next week. At the time I'm recording this, it is February 5th. I was just looking at the time on my TV right now. Yeah, February 5th, and we have the whole week off next week. But teaching's been going alright. We're getting to the very busy season, which has lots of testing and, end of year stuff. But like today, for example, I had my evaluation with my evaluator, my assistant principal, over my subject, science, and I think it went well, but I won't be able to see the feedback until we get back from break. But I was a little bit anxious about it, just because, having an observation and being evaluated is something that just always adds some stress. But I did realize that I wasn't as stressed as I normally am, because in the past few years, when I have been evaluated, I usually I sweat more, like on my forehead and stuff, and I realized this time around as I was teaching that I wasn't really doing that. But I did get some comments afterwards around lunchtime by my AP that it was generally well, and kids were engaged. We were just pretty much going over some homework that I gave them, which I don't know about y'all, but I think homework is something that's very important to get the kids to do, not just for busy work, and not just to get them to do something other than being on their phones, or being online all the time. But yeah, I think it's been helping them kind of get into routine, and the homework I kind of assigned for them to practice their test-taking strategies, since a lot of them do not know how to take a test. Like simple strategies like underlining important words, or eliminating answer choices, or just basic stuff, really, that when I was growing up, those are things that were embedded into us. So yeah, I think hopefully it pays off in terms of their tests. But speaking of, they did take a test today and yesterday as well, over their topics that we've been recently learning about, which has been just about oceans and our dependence on them, and pollution to our water, and like tectonic plates, and evidence that Earth has been changing throughout time. So talking about fossils and things of that nature. But yeah, looking at the scores, it hasn't really been too well. But the test was only 10 questions, so the kids had lots of room for them to not get a good score, since the max they could miss was 3. But yeah, I'm hoping that after we come back from break, I'm able to go over the test with them and, have them do corrections and have them see why the answer that is correct is the correct answer. I'm sorry about the change in colors and stuff. My TV has been going to sleep, and so it's like going through the backgrounds right now. But yeah, that's how life's been going so far in terms of school and in terms of gaming. But I think this next month really is gonna go by quick because spring break is gonna be around the corner. We got a few tests coming up, and like state tests that we have to take for certain students, and that usually takes up a lot of our instructional time. But spring break will be here pretty shortly, and then we kind of just steamroll on it until we get to summer. But yeah, I just wanted to check up with my channel a little bit since I have been trying to do more videos, but I sometimes just get lazy and I have lots of other ideas that I want to do. I want to try out some soft-spoken and some other kind of videos, but I just haven't put the time. But I'm hoping that with this incoming break, I'll be able to record like a video or two. At the bare minimum, one video, because I should have plenty of time for at least like the next 4 days or so. The second half of my break I would be busy, but I'm hoping to record a video before I go back to school next week, or the following week I should say. But yeah, I hope this video has been a little bit relaxing. I'm sorry for the audio being picked up from, outside environment. I do have my window open, so I'm hoping that it's not too abrasive, and I hope the lights changing wasn't too much of a bother. But yeah, hopefully you're having a good night or day or whatever time it is there, and I'll see